Afternoon everybody, welcome back. We are windrowing, so we're doing some of our own and pretty happy with the rows we're putting up actually. I'm a bit surprised what we got here, so which is pleasing. Hopefully the pods are all full of seed. That'll be the next thing. We won't really get an idea of what we've got until obviously we get the header in here, but putting up some good stuff at the moment, which is good. Tony here had a late start this morning. He won't be far away. Brendan, he was going to be raking hay this morning, but we've actually had a shower of rain. We got up when we usually get up, a bit before 6, and I was just having a coffee, and we've got the guys there from Bamford Electrical in town putting new reverse cycle heating cooling in the roof of the house, of our house, and they've had 2 or 3 sheets of tin off the roof just so they can get in and do what they've got to do. And Sarah's come out and it's going to rain, and sure enough looked at the radar and here's a band of rain coming across, so I didn't think it was actually forecast to rain. So yeah, there's a bit of a scatter. We had to muck around getting the roof back on the house. So so I'm a bit late. I was sort of hoping I might have been going out here by about 7 o'clock, but it's turned into 10 o'clock. So anyway, getting back. Brendan didn't go raking hay because it was obviously wet. So we got a little 10 hectare block to contract multi-disc for some corn. So he's gone down to do that. He won't be far off being finished, and then I might get him to come out and jump on this. So we've got 52 hectares in this paddock, so I'm just about halfway now. Bear with me, I'll turn around here in a second. About halfway, and then we've got another 30 hectare block, and that'll probably do today. And then we've got 90 hectares for Sarah's brother, who's next door. So we'll move there in the morning, or it just depends if we've still got a bit of daylight tonight. We might move there. Just trying to get going again. With me. Come on. We might move there tonight. We'll just see. I'm hoping I can get down there with having to pull the front off, so which would be good. And then I'll just see. We might. Young Jay that came out. If you watched the last video, we came out and drove the machine. We'll get him on it tonight for a few hours. So if you haven't watched for a while, or you're new to the channel, we do contract windrowing. We do contract everything pretty much. But our other jobs are pretty slow to come in. So I was hoping, we've got a big job that's about 350 hectares. I was hoping it would be ready by the weekend, but they're sort of talking next week now. So we might even, and with this rain, we've got hay to press, but we won't be doing that for a few days now. So we'll just keep chipping away at it, and see what we can do. But the dryland stuff, there will be a bit of a break between the dryland canola and the irrigated canola. So by middle of next week, we're Wednesday, so 7 days time or thereabouts, I reckon we'll have all the dryland stuff done. And then it'll just be a case of the irrigated stuff. But crop's quite solid through here. It's really good. It's sort of funny, just saw it's quite sandy, this paddock. So we've got, and then it runs down to a bit of heavy grey country down where it flattens out. But through here, there's a bit of gutless sand that's through this area here, and it's actually some of the best crop at the moment, which is surprising, because usually it's the other way around. So whether the crops have got a bit extra moisture there or something, but it's quite good. We're getting a good row, which is nice. Anyway, we'll keep marching along here for a while, and one of the boys turn up. Fast forward a little bit. The sun's disappearing again. Got that first paddock done that I started. Brendan finished it off, and then we just jumped across the road and started the next one. There was was 30 hectares in there. So Jay's come out again after work. He's just knocked off. He's just finished that paddock. So we've got another 45 hectares of our stuff to do. So we'll just chuck a bit of fuel in the windrow and then we'll head round. I'm just going to walk it round the road, so we don't have to take the front off. And then, yeah, we'll jump across the road again. I'm hoping we can get through the gateway. About a 21-foot gateway we can squeeze through with the 10.5 metre or 35-foot front. So yeah, if you hold your mouth right and wiggle your way through, you can get through them. So yeah, fingers crossed we can. Yeah, because it just saves. Saves. You know, half an hour, 3/4 an hour if I'm going to take the front off. So we're getting ready. So there we go. Young Jay set up in this paddock. I just opened it up for him, and so he just had his first what we call a beaver hut, which is basically just a blockage. So yeah, we were just moving some vehicles around, and so I'll just give him a hand. Clear it. He's probably going a little bit hard, and yeah, taking a bit too much stubble. So yeah, anyway, we've got it cleared out all right. So he's going again. So good long runs here, and not a lot of obstacles. So it's a good paddock to learn in. Yeah, he was in here with me, and I was going pretty quick. So he just needs to back off a little bit until he gets the hang of it. Anyway, he's only learning. It's only his second night on it. He's doing a pretty good job. So. Morning! Groundhog Day. The sun's a bit hard on the eyeballs this morning. Yeah, until he gets up out of the road. Jay went till about 10:30 last night, so we're halfway across this paddock. We've got 21 or 2 hectares out, so it's about 45 here. And then our next paddock is just sort of on that hill rise there, so into my brother-in-law's. Yeah, well, hopefully we can negate a couple of narrow gates, and we don't have to take the front off. So I brought the fuel trailer around, so we'll stick a bit of fuel in it. All these jobs are plus fuel, so, and obviously yeah, you go turn up full of fuel, you leave full of fuel. So we'll fuel it before we head in there, and yeah, I gave the window a clean, although it doesn't sort of look like it with the sun coming through it. Couldn't really see much. A lot of sort of bugs and that on the plant. Well, I think there's quite a few aphids around. We were thinking about spraying for them, but we were that close to windrowing, we didn't worry about it. So we've sort of got aphid guts all over the window, so I didn't give it a good clean, but it's by the time we finish in here, it'll only need another clean. Yeah, so ticking along pretty good at the moment. So it's about up past 6, so I got here a bit after 6 and got rolling. Tony's he'll be just finishing off a couple of jobs on the header. It's about right to go, and then Brendan's got a couple of hours raking hay, and then he'll come and hop on this. So we've got a bit of a funny shaped block up there with contour banks and that sort of thing, so it's one we want to sort of probably tackle in the daylight. But yeah, crops are not too bad. Well, as long as they've got grain in them, there's a reasonable amount of product here. So yeah, it'll just we'll know soon enough. But yeah, cool again this morning. Yeah, it's not summer just yet. I had to dig the jumper out this morning, so we're still, Mother Nature's still reminding us that it's don't jump the gun just yet. So. But no, it'll be much of the same of this. We'll find out today. I'll make a couple of phone calls, and I had a couple of other clients getting their agronomist to look at where the crops are at. So we'll know get a bit of an idea. Hopefully by lunchtime where we're going to head from here, or once we get the next job, sort of 90 hectares there, so we'll be all day here. Yeah, so it'll just be a case of where we go from here. We're running into green crop a little bit. We've got about, I think it'll be roughly 600 hectares of dryland crop to do yet. So we've still got a bit. It'll be good to just keep chipping away at it. So, but anyway. the agronomist will ultimately tell us whether we can cut it or not. So, yeah, see how we go. All done. On to the next one. So I've just filled up and put a bit of grease around the place, and I just noticed it's a little ground wheel there. We pull that out, pull that wheel off to put on the trailer, so the front will go on the trailer. And I don't know what's happened, but I just happened to look down and the pin was missing, so I had to go back and have a rummage. And I got halfway down the road here, and I'd have a rummage around just to try and find something to put it in there so it doesn't come out. So I just found a bit of 8mm rod in the fuel trailer and bent the top of it round, and then I've just stuck it in and put a shifter on the bottom of it and bent it back around the other way. But we need to get something proper in there so it's easy to pull. I did have a bolt with an R-clip through the bottom of it, but obviously the stubble has grabbed hold of the R pin. You'd wonder why it would come out, but anyway, why the bolt itself would come out. But anyhow, so I'll get up here, see how we go. Hopefully I can wiggle my way through the gateway. It's only got to be, had a look last night, it's only about 21 foot, so it'll be pretty tight, but I'll set the camera up and hopefully you get a bit of an idea of how to wiggle, get a round peg in a square hole, something like that. Easy as that. Just got to hold your mouth right most of the time. Anyway, I've got one more to get through. Hopefully it's not as tight as this one. Alright, I'm back at home. So we got that block finished and I've brought the truck and windrow back here to home. A lot of turning, funny shaped blocks again today, so it was probably took a couple extra hours than what it should have, but that's alright. It's just they can't all be big long runs. So we've got about 80 or 90 hectares tomorrow, which is be Friday, and then we're back to we're running into green crop. So the next job will be Monday. So we'll probably move the machine over the weekend and then get back into it on Monday. And yeah, we'll just Brendan and I'll put Brendan on the machine again tomorrow. He's going to cut hay on the weekend. Tony will probably have the weekend off. He might even help me shift the windrow. But yeah, we're just doing bits and pieces. Tony's just been doing a bit of work on the header, getting it finalised, and field bins and all the mother bin and greasing it and getting it sorted. And yeah, I just did a few jobs here. I had my ute in town getting some work done on it. We got a suspension upgrade on it because the standard Toyota suspension's shit. So yeah, it was in town today, so we went in and got it late. And then yeah, so just bit of work on some irrigation stuff for the corn. Did have a look at it this afternoon. It is starting to poke through, but I'll speak to Miranda tomorrow. I'm a bit concerned. We're crusting at the top and the plants might not push through, so I'll carry on to her and see what she reckons. But yeah, we've got hay to press, so we'll get the big square baler on one of the tray on probably the Magnum and get it set up down where we're working, and we might do a couple of bales and just get a bit of a rough idea what the moisture's like. So yeah, so it's going to be sort of a bit funny because the windrowing, we're going to run into green crop again. So we've got about 500 hectares in front of us, and then we've done 100 hectares today, and it's what is it? If I didn't move the machine or bring the machine home, I would have been home by 8:30. So we're getting across it. But yeah, we're going to run in once we get all the dryland stuff done. Some of the irrigation is still 10 days or a fortnight away, so we'll sort of end up parking the windrower, and our first contract harvesting job, picking up canola is only 10 days away probably. So we're going to have a header going and the windrow going, as I've mentioned, I think. So anyway, we won't worry about that one now. We'll worry about it when it happens. So anyway, so yeah, just having a bit of a battle getting a few edited at the moment. I've got a few stored, but it's just getting them time to sit down and edit them and upload them. So yeah, so they're not as frequent this time of year. But anyway, all right, thanks again for watching. We'll see you next one. Bye bye.